If you do an opinion poll in Kenya today and ask Kenyans only two questions, do they believe that Kenya is in the right direction? They will tell you emphatically that Kenya is headed to the wrong direction. Under the leadership of William Samoei Ruto, people believe that Kenya is headed to destruction. And if you ask them why, they will tell you, we have a lot of kidnappings in the country, torture and killings. Economically, we are not doing better. People are losing jobs, investors are, running away from the country. Kenya is being choked by heavy taxation and loans that, according to the controller of budget and the auditor general, are unaccounted for. Corruption and wastage are the order of the day. And they will tell you that they don't believe Kenya is in the right hands. And then you ask them, do they believe whether this will change? They will tell you, yes, it will change, but for the worst. Because we have seen an opposition that has been subdued. And we have seen William Ruto getting his way in everything. The judiciary is in the pocket. When bills are passed in parliament, they're not passed in regards to the opinions of Kenyans. And public participation is just a mere formality. And so it will change for the worst. And then you ask them, what is the way forward? Many will tell you, we are waiting for Ruto in 2027. And the begging question that I want to ask in this channel, given a chance, who can you vote for? Who can you, if you are told, choose a pair, a president and a deputy that will run against William Ruto, and you vote for him? Who will you choose? I have heard many say that maybe Kalonzo Musyoka can give Ruto a run for his money. Others were even thinking that maybe Kaswell Makoure and Morara, but we've realized they cannot. Others still say that Raila, white note for this idea of getting into bed with the government, is still the best person that can give Ruto a run for his money. Others are even saying, bring back Uhuru Kenyatta. Others are saying Fred Matiang'i. Who would be your pair presidency? A president and his running mate. Now, Nelson Havi is suggesting a group here. And Nelson Havi is saying something that I want us to look at because it really trended and people have been discussing it. Chief Justice Dr. Willy Mutunga, CS, or Chief Justice David Maraga must sacrifice their retirement and offer themselves for election as President of the Republic of Kenya. We need a wise old man to return this social contract to factory settings. According to Nelson Havi feels that come 2027, we cannot elect William Samoei Ruto. We cannot afford to have William Ruto as our next president. And so he's saying that Willy Mutunga, the former Chief Justice, or the former Chief Justice David Maraga must be on the ballot. The first question, what is your thought? What would be your take? Many people have said that Dr. Willy Mutunga failed us when we needed him the most. In 2013, when he ruled that Uhuru and Ruto were victorious, that was the genesis. We would have not been here had he shown bravery. But because he ruled that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto had won, and I remember the former Attorney General went there as an amicus curiae, a friend of the court, Githu Muigai, and he said that there were some trivial anomalies that did not warrant the nullification of that election, and that changed everything. Now, David Maraga is known for two things. And I remember this quote when he was nullifying an election that many people feel Mutunga really could not. And while he was nullifying that election, this is what David Maraga said. The greatness of any nation lies in its fidelity to the constitution and adherence to the rule of law and above all, respect to God. That is what the Chief Justice said. And then, if there is something that Maraga has ever done that I don't think there is any other judge that can do, is this moment when David Maraga was asked, have you taken any bribe in your course of duty as a lawyer?
Get me that Bible. In the name of God, the creator of the entire universe, I have never taken a bribe, and I will never take a bribe.
In light of how Maraga conducted himself, taking head-on the executive that tried to interfere with the judiciary, if he can transfer those tendencies as a president, he can be the best president that Kenya has ever had. But on this platform, I want to tell you why David Maraga cannot become the president of this country, despite all the good things that we have said about him. And you will agree with me. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, or if you are our regular viewers and you have not yet subscribed. Don't forget to click the notification bell. YouTube will always notify you whenever we release a video like this, and please give this video many likes. It helps promote the video. And to all our subscribers, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I don't take that support for granted. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in Kenya. You are a voter, I'm a voter, and you will agree with me that the number one reason why David Maraga, even if they combine with Willie Mutunga, they will never see the light of day, is because of you and I. David Maraga comes from a small community, Kisii. And in Kenya, we tend to vote within our tribal cocoons. And that's why you see there are some communities, the giant communities, threatening and intimidating others because of their numbers. Mount Kenya, the lakeside, the western, Rift Valley, and all that. And due to that fact, Kisii is a small country. And even though Maraga is good, you will see people voting. Because of William Ruto, the Kalenjins will vote for him. If Raila is on the ballot, Luos will vote for him. If Rigathi Gachagua will be on the ballot or any other person, the Kikuyus will vote for him. If Kithure Kindiki plunges himself into the field, Merus and the Tharakas will vote for him. Because of tribalism, David Maraga might not see the light of day. And that is the reality. Some will decide to vote for him, but majority will go the tribal line. Number two, Maraga may not be willing to give bribes. We believe in politicians who give bribes. You remember when William Ruto was campaigning, he met boda bodas $1 million, Mama Mbogas $1 million. He goes to church $1 million. And then he tells others, you know, wengine wananiuliza na kwa nini napeana, wow, if they cannot give money, they are stingy. And because of the taxpayers' money that is given during the campaigns, we sell our birthright. We abandon leaders who can change the course of this country. And then we vote for people who are only seeking leadership for their self-aggrandizement. Then for 5 years, we remain crying, mourning and wailing, and regretting why we voted them. You've seen the way people are now rebelling against William Ruto. The church, Mama Mbogas, the hustlers who are told, let us form a bottom-up economy, tutoe hapa, tuweke hapa. They are now regretting because money was poured, and now people are working to recover that money. David Maraga may not be willing to give out bribes. He might not even have that money because he's never stolen. Number three, David Maraga might not be willing to give false promises. I will give you free gas. I will give free diapers. I will give you free loan. I will do this and that. You know, we tend to trust those who give us false promises because we are gullible. And David might not even want to lie to us. He might want to go straight and tell us, this is what I'll do. And we will not align with his honesty because we are gullible and we give and allow politicians a chance to lie to us. The last one, David Maraga being a honest man will not be supported by the Western powers. the US, Meg Whitman, and that group, they want shrewd politicians who will perpetuate their dictates and demands. If they demand GMO, I know Maraga might not accept it. If they demand LGBTQ, they will go through the back door and talk to the judiciary so that the Supreme Court will say they have a right of association. Loans from the IMF, the Bretton Woods institutions that I've spoken about, and Maraga might not. And therefore, they will not allow him to be in that seat. They will make sure that they capture the judiciary, the Supreme Court, they capture our electoral body, the IEBC, and the only thing they need to do is to ensure that they announce William Ruto. Then you are told, go to court, and they have captured the court, and that is how it will be. I'm just trying to humbly submit to you that we need to change, because if we don't change, we will keep on crying without any success. Because if we don't change our mentality, William Ruto it is in 2027.